Hi, year one, year two. So what I thought I'd do, since we're looking at the history of York, since we can't be together, I thought I would get out and about a bit in York to teach you about what we're doing. So obviously today we are looking at 1066. So 1066 relates to York, both the two battles at Fulford and Stamford Bridge, which took place before the Battle of Hastings, and then there's obviously the big impact which William the Conqueror has when he becomes King of England. So because I'm out running now, rather than run to Fulford to record this, I thought I'd go to an old street in York, so the oldest street in York, which is the Shambles. So to prove I'm here, there is the plaque in the Shambles, so an ancient street of the Butchers of York mentioned in the Domesday Book that William the Conqueror had made. It takes its name for the word shammel, meaning the stalls or benches on which the meat was displayed, later versions of which can still be seen. It was rebuilt in about 1400 when it assumed its present character. So I'm going to go for a walk down the Shambles. So the Battle of Fulford took place in September, the 20th of September 1066, and the individuals who went to battle there were Harold Hardrada and his English ally Tostig Godwinson, who was the brother of Harold Godwinson, who you may have done something about if you've done some of your Easter holidays work. And they defeated some northern earls led by Earls Edwin and Morcar. So what happens after the Battle of Fulford is Harold Godwinson is based in the south, he's based in London. He hears what Harold Hardrada has done, and he decides he better get up to York sharpish to defeat Harold Hardrada. So he does. So he raises his army, march north, they march to York, and they meet with the armies of Harold Hardrada at Stamford Bridge, which is just outside of York. And this is where the Battle of Stamford Bridge takes place on the 25th of September, so just 5 days after the Battle of Fulford. So what happens there is Harold Hardrada is victorious, but soon afterwards he finds out that William of Normandy has landed on the southern coast. So he then has to march his army back to London, where he goes into battle with William of Normandy. And this is the Battle of Hastings, which of course is won by William the Conqueror. So basically, William of Normandy, William the Conqueror, becomes William I, King of England. So at the time that this takes place, York is the second most important city in England after London. It has a population of about between 8 and 9,000. There are about 1,600 residencies in York. And the way that William's victory at Hastings, the impact that William's victory at Hastings has on York is pretty dramatic. York is perhaps the worst affected city by William's victory. So William's initial aim was to consolidate his hold on the south, and basically previous southern kings hadn't been too bothered about northern England. So places like York felt that they could pretty much go on as they always had done. And there were records at the time of how York felt. So one chronicler, Orderic Vitalis, basically said that York was seething with discontent about William and any intention that William would have of strengthening his grip on northern England. So York was a Viking city, had Viking traditions, had a Viking culture, and it was also rebellious, and it was in rebellion. So it's against this backdrop that William decides in 1068 that he's going to go to York to try to make this prosperous kingdom, prosperous city, part of his kingdom. So while I'm at the Shambles, obviously you had your holiday work, and what we have on the Shambles, if you're ever down here, is the house of Margaret Clitheroe. So this is the shrine. Under normal circumstances you can go in, but if you're in the Shambles you can come here. This is the former house of Margaret Clitheroe. Sorry, I don't know if you've got it in. And it's now been rebuilt into a shrine to if you ever do find yourself on the Shambles and you want to go there and see the shrine of Margaret Clitheroe, you can come a little bit further up the Shambles and there is a shop. I'm just trying to think which shop it is. It might not be here anymore, it might be different, of course. Yeah, I may have lost it. It did used to sell ties. It's not in the corner, I don't think, is it? No, it's gone, but there's a shop here with a priest hole. And you can come in and you can have a look at the priest hole. So Margaret Clitheroe, of course, was pressed to death because she was a Catholic and she clung to the Catholic faith. And what she did was she kept a number of Catholic priests, and she was discovered, and that's ultimately why she was pressed to death. And a lot of these were hidden in priest holes, and there's one down here where there is a priest hole, but the shop has changed now and I can't remember which building it used to be. So I hope you've enjoyed that. I'll be back with you again in a few minutes live in the classroom. So I'll speak to you soon. Goodbye.